Here we go.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Even though that one didn't fall, it did get shot. Oh, just outside each one of them. Well, Bob, how do you feel about that?
A little frustrated on those 6-inch plates, but it is what it is. You get a little out of breath and you're at 20 yards trying to hit that 6-inch plate.
Oh, absolutely.
That's tough. And I did see some white paint or something spray up on one of the shots, so it was good. I got a little out of breath, had a lot of fun. I could do this for another 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, that'd be great.
Right, final run of the day. Nice sunny afternoon. Shooter ready. Well, probably a little rougher than you wanted for the last run of the day.
Yeah. Hey, but things like that would happen in real life.
This is true.
You just keep moving.
All right, well, we're back from the range, and we stopped for some pizza and beer, and we're continuing.
Oh, look at you.
Party foul. You can't see it, but we've actually got this table at about a 20-degree slant.
Yes.
For the camera, and it affects your judgment.
Especially after pizza and beer.
So we're on about number 4, 5, 4, 4.5.
Yeah. By the way, we are drinking White Zombie from Catawba Valley. Just before this, we had Farmer Ted from Catawba Valley. Now, both of those are from the Catawba Valley Brewing Company, which is in Morganton, North Carolina. Scott, which is the brewmaster and owner, great guy, awesome beer. I believe he had they are in the process or just opening another brewery in Asheville, North Carolina. I believe, let's see, Highland Brewing Company is there. They're another North Carolina local brewery, but very large. They distribute, I think, all as far west from us into, I know, Mississippi, maybe Louisiana, down to Florida. However, the last I heard when talking to some of the people who know Scott, one of their biggest issues or one of their biggest reasons for opening a brewery in Asheville was to compete with Sierra Nevada, which is moved into Asheville to open a brewery, and New Belgium. I'm sure everybody is familiar with Fat Tire. Well, that's New Belgium. They are opening a brewery in Asheville. And his idea was not to compete with Highland, which is a well-known craft brewery in North Carolina, but was to compete with Sierra Nevada and New Belgium. And I think they could probably compete with them very well.
Catawba Valley does make some excellent beers.
They do.
We'll have to do an in-depth review, I think, on...
And maybe we'll take y'all along to go talk with Scott and some of the other brewmasters over at Catawba.
Now, wrapping up today's shoot, I think it's kind of important to note that what we saw as we progressed through today's shoot was we had kind of a complex course of fire today. Not overly complex, but it was just under a minute. And what we found was that in the beginning of the first couple of rounds, our shooting was probably under 50% on a lot of the steel
definitely.
targets. And as we progressed and just through practice, we really were probably shooting more like 80% towards the end of the session.
Yeah, and we were there probably 2 hours. And that progression, you go from under 50% to between 75 and 80%. That's a good progression change just in that short amount of time. Now, the course fire was a little complex for the space that we had, but I likened it to how you would defend your house from an invader. You would start with your rifle. I generally keep a loaded rifle by my nightstand or by my bed. And if you needed to, you could transition from your rifle to your pistol.
Sure, an initial shot might scare someone down the hall or down the stairs, but then to be able to follow them and follow up,
right,
might involve either a weapon or a mag change or kind of some combination of moving and picking up a target. So while it was in a big open field, it did kind of simulate, what you might actually have to do as far as transitioning from one weapon to another, one magazine to another, a moving platform where we advanced firing a weapon to switching to a pistol and firing from a stationary position, but still having to adjust your position based on topography and whatnot.
True. No, and you having to change weapons, your transition from your rifle to your pistol. It may just come down to simple malfunction of one or the other. Your rifle may malfunction, and if you're just trying to defend your home and your family, you're not going to sit and try to readjust. You're trying to look down the chamber, trying to figure out what the malfunction is. There are bad guys in your home. You want to clear your home. You want to get them out. You want to call the police. Have them mop up the mess. So you're throwing down one weapon that's not working, and you're picking up another one that is. Yeah. Now off of the serious stuff.
Well, and you might say, well, how often does that really happen? Well, with a weapon that maybe sits around for 6 or 8 months, it probably happens pretty frequently because your oils get gummed up and your firing pin might not be as smooth as it's supposed to be. So it's not uncommon to pull the trigger and a click instead of a bang.
And it only needs to happen once. If you train for that once is not an issue.
Absolutely.